The build drill is a very simple and also very recognizable drill when it comes to practical shooting and the drills associated with so. So the drill consists of, here at 7 yards, you have one target downrange, and you're going to, on the buzzer, you're going to draw and you're going to fire 6 rounds. And that's it. Like, that's a very, very simple, straightforward drill. This drill can be used or can be shot with like an open top outside the waistband. It can be shot from concealment. It can be shot with a level 2, level 3, any of those things, and a host of other different variations. But that's the kind of the main drill is 7 yards, 6 rounds. A great time standard for this is going to be at that 2 to 2.5 second range. If you're having like a level 3 holster, or even like kind of a newer, trying to shoot for that 2.5, but also with the mind of, hey, I want to get it down to 2 seconds, because that 2 seconds is generally kind of agreed upon as like, hey, you're doing something right when it comes to like being able to draw and fire 6 accurate rounds in sub 2 seconds. Now the accuracy portion is, hey, I want to have all alphas. At 7 yards, all alphas is very, very doable. Whenever we start pushing the distances back, you can maybe have a Charlie or something like that, but at 7 yards, 100%, all alphas is what we're looking for, and we definitely want to make sure that we're adhering to that. Now, why is this drill beneficial to practice? Well, it tests a lot of things that are very good to use in practical shooting, mainly being grip and vision. As this drill is 6 rounds, so it's not a short round where it's not like a short drill where it's like 1 or 2 rounds where you can kind of fudge the grip. This is 6 rounds. So you have to make sure your grip can last the entire length of that shooting, as well as having a higher accuracy standard of, hey, I want all alphas, and the speed of how I'm only like slapping the trigger. I'm not able to put like prep and press the trigger, so my grip has to accommodate for that slapping of the trigger. So you have to have a rock solid grip of being able to control the recoil very, very fast, being able to manipulate the trigger very, very fast as well, and having the gun just consistently return to the same exact spot. Now, when it comes to your vision as well, when making sure that our visual focus stays consistent throughout the drill, and also our mental attention span is not just stop halfway through the drill. So when it comes to the visual focus, where am I focusing and where my attention is very important. I want to make sure that the whole entire time I'm shooting this drill, my visual focus is on the center of the target where I want the bullets to go, not where the bullets are going. A lot of times what happens for me personally also is that first round will just be a little wonky out of the holster, and it'll be like just a little to the off, like to the low, high, or whatever it is, and then immediately my visual focus goes to that bullet hole, and then all the rest of my shots are just centralized to that one off shot. That's not what I want to do. I want to make sure that my visual focus stays on the center of the target so that all rounds at least have a chance to get to the center unless I'm doing something wrong. And then additionally, I want to make sure that I'm not staring at my sights. I do not want to stare at my red dot. I do not want to stare at my iron sights. I want to make sure I'm staring at the center of the target. If, however, I start staring at my sights, generally what will happen is I'll just start seeing my shot pattern just kind of track up the target because I'm recoiling. And as it recoils, I see the dot, so then I stop the dot, I pull the trigger, and you'll just see a little hits just go higher and higher on the target, kind of that nature. Now this is a great drill to practice at 7 yards. However, once you can complete this drill in like 2.5 seconds at 7 yards with all alphas, I would wholeheartedly recommend you start pushing the distance. Why would you push the distance? Because I want to achieve the same time and accuracy standards at different distances. Okay, this is kind of where that predictive shooting, kind of seeing how far I can predictively shoot 6 rounds on all alphas as far away from the target. If I were to shoot this drill at like the 7, 10, maybe even the 15 round, this is going to be where that predictive shooting where, hey, I'm continuously staring at the center of the target and I'm predicting my dot to come back down every single time. When we start pushing past that 15, or even maybe your skill set is at 10 or 15, whatever it is, maybe it's like that 25-yard line or even 30-yard line, that's when we start to look into more like the reactive shooting. That's where I want my dot to come back to the center of the target, reacting to a color, I'm reacting to a stop stable dot, I'm reacting to a bouncing ball, then I'm sending that next shot. Okay, so the difference of how far you push the distance for this drill kind of changes up what you're kind of expecting when it comes to sight pictures and times as well. So let's demonstrate what this drill looks like actually in live fire. Okay, so we have single target downrange, 7 yards, draw and fire 6 shots from a outside the waistband open top holster. Okay, so that was a 182 from Ragnarok. We have all alpha. Now, one thing to look for when you're shooting this drill is like, okay, cool, yeah, I have achieved all alphas in 1.8 seconds. Woohoo, like, that's awesome. But you want to be very, very critical with yourself when it comes to this scoring. So yes, I have 6 shots kind of centralized, but if you notice just a touch, like they're all kind of just favoring right. What do you think would be causing that? It could be a little bit too much input with my support hand, not enough input with my strong hand. Maybe I'm looking there, but those little bitty things of, hey, even if you were to achieve the drill of your time and accuracy standard, like still be critical with yourself. Was my grip good? Was my vision just slightly off? And making sure, because those are the things that are going to progress your shooting more so than just like checking the boxes, I completed the drill. So whenever you're putting this drill into your practice, make sure you're being diligent with yourself of actually practicing the fundamentals of that grip and vision, and not so much trying to complete the drill. Sure, if you can hit out all alphas in sub 2 seconds, like cool, pat yourself on the back, but making sure you still want to be diligent and getting to that next tier. So if you can do that at 7 yards, now try to push that same standard at 10 yards. Now try to do the same thing at 15 yards, seeing how fast you can get that reactive shooting or that predictive shooting at whatever distance. And then whenever you start playing with that predictive shooting, then go back even further distances and play with reactive shooting. As well as maybe don't even limit yourself to just one target. Do the same thing, but have 2 targets and do 3 shots per target. Maybe do 3 targets, do 2 shots each target, whatever it is. There's tons of different variations of this drill, but the premise stays the same as, hey, can I have a rock solid grip where I can shoot predictively and my vision, and make sure to bring the gun back down and kind of lead me home. So put this in your practice, give it a shot, and continue to train.